that this is Mounts and Fairy Tales. We got the release, Dragonkin The Banished, a new ARPG on the scene, entering early access today as of 6th of March 2025. The game is supposed to be actually pretty much released as we speak. It says on the Steam page that it's releasing in less than an hour. I think it was supposed to be released actually right now, but we will see what happens. So before we go check out and see if the game is actually available for purchase and ready to download, I'm just gonna read some news. So this post is from yesterday. It's Dragonkin The Banished release timing. So let's keep on reading here. Hello, hunters. We are drawing closer to the launch of early access, and we know many of you have been asking when you can play. Yeah, pretty much like. So let's jump in. I mean, we had the demo, but come on, dudes, you gotta give us some more, right? We are launching the game at 10 a.m. CET French time, but since time zones are a bit of a nightmare, we prepared an asset to help explain when the game will be launching in your time zone, or one that's hopefully close to you. Thank you for all your support so far, and see you in early access. Okay, so here we got a little map right here, where it says when it's gonna drop, like in the major zones here. So Paris, 10 a.m. CEST. That's pretty much the same time as me, or I mean, it's 1 hour actually ahead. So or is this the same? Okay, dudes, I'm not quite sure. I think it's the same. So that means that there is still like 55 minutes until this this early access is going to be live on Steam. Okay. Some other dates here for you guys if you want to check them out. This is the early access global drop. So let's have a look here at what is actually going to be, you know, what's in the early access. Like, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna be able to play? Let's have a look here, my dudes. So what are we gonna be able to play here, my dudes? Okay. Hello, Dragon Hunters. Well, that's a nice start right there, my dudes. Hello, Dragon Hunters. Early access launch is just around the corner. We couldn't be more excited at the studio with only a few days left until we push the button to release Dragonkin The Banished into the world. Alright. We can't wait for all of you to finally get your hands on Dragonkin. From our hearts to yours, we hope you enjoy the hunt for dragons. While the demo gave you a taste of what's to come, early access offers more content and a smoother leveling experience, starting at level 1 right after the prologue. Okay, so in the demo, what happened in the, or what we were able to play in the demo was pretty much the prologue, and then we kind of like just jumped straight into like an end game activity. So I'm excited to see like how the leveling process is gonna be, like you know, how the progression of the game is gonna be. Yeah, so I'm interested to read more here. Okay, so what's in early access launch? At launch, you'll be able to choose from 3 playable classes: the Knight, the Oracle, and the Barbarian. Okay? You're gonna pick your Wormling from Ice, Electric, or Toxic types. Yeah, so this is your little helper, your little pet companion that's like always following you around, and I mean, obviously it's a combat pet, so that's really nice. So we are also going to be able to explore the city of Montescale and upgrade it. So the city of Montescale, that's like the main city, right? And this is one of the things they've really been like teasing here. That, you know, we are going to have this city that we're going to be able to upgrade, and that's going to be like one of the main features. So we're also going to get a prologue and the chapter 1 of the story. So that means when this launches today, like in an hour, I guess, we're going to be able to play the first chapter of the story. So that's what we're going to experience today, guys. The chapter 1 of the story. The endgame content includes dungeon purification and the hunting board, offering replayable hunts and rewards. Yeah, so these hunts, these endgame hunts, this is really exciting. And yeah, I'm hoping that the hunting part of the endgame is going to be great. So the dungeon purification we had like a really brief look at in the demo, but the hunting, like the hunting board and the hunts, we know nothing about yet. So this is going to be really interesting to jump in and see what this is. You can also adjust difficulty across 11 available settings to tailor your experience. Okay, so this is really interesting as well, guys, because this is kind of like Diablo 3. And to be honest, guys, I've been having this itch. I've been playing Diablo 3 on the PS5 with my son, and with my 14-year-old son, and we've been having a blast. So yeah, I'm really hoping that Dragonkin is gonna kind of like scratch that D3 Diablo 3 itch, to be honest. Hopefully it's gonna be even better, you know. Okay. So more information below here. Okay. Playable classes, Wormlings, and Ancestral Grid. Yeah, so there's gonna be 3 playable classes. It's the Knight, the Oracle, and the Barbarian. Each class has its own unique skills, and in the future we will be expanding each class with additional active skills. And we are gonna have the 4 Wormlings, like we already went over here. It's gonna be the Fire, Ice, Electric, or Toxic. So the 4 different types of Wormlings, which act as a specialization for your characters, each with its own skill tree and skills. Yeah, so that's really cool, actually. And then we have the Ancestral Grid, and this has actually been talked about. So there's been some kind of discussions around this Ancestral Grid, kind of like skill system, or your skill system. You're gonna get these fragments. The fragments are gonna come in different rarities: common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythic. And a fragment is made up of 1 to 5 hexagons. Each hexagon can contain a character's skill or Wormling skill, 1 per fragment. And also a fragment can't come without any skill. One or more modifiers which enhance skills using a keyword system. Okay. Yeah, so this is a really interesting like skill system, and how you kind of like build your skills and mod your skills. I'm really looking forward to getting like deeper into this, actually. Itemization and the city of Monstescale. Okay. So itemization, equipment from common to mythic, along with divine and draconic items. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, so it's gonna be really interesting to see like how these like divine and draconic items are gonna be, working. City of Montescale. You will be able to earn city XP and unlock developments as well as various bonuses. Some city upgrades grants bonuses, such as the Abbey, which provides attribute points to all characters, or the Pythia, which increases the size of the ancestral grid. Of course, more buildings and customization options will be added to your city throughout early access. Okay, wow, so that's really interesting. So the upgrades and the unlocks that you actually do to your city is gonna affect your character. It's gonna give you like kind of like perma buffs, or like it's gonna give you some stats that you can use in all your characters. That's really interesting. So here is the list of all the services at early access launch. So when it comes to crafting, we got the jailer, we got the ornamentalist, the apothecary, and the jeweler. Okay, so the jailer, as we saw in the demo, if it's going to be same as in the demo, the jailer is actually where you go to upgrade your wormling and like set up your wormling. The ornamentalist, I'm not sure about that one. Apothecary, that's going to be like your potion maker, like your potion crafting system. The jeweler, yeah, obviously that's where you make your jewelry, right? Other services is going to be the dark merchant and the training ground. Really, really interesting. And bonus is the Abbey, Pity, and more. Yeah, so as they said, like Abbey, that's where you kind of like upgrade. That's where you actually get upgrades that can give you bonuses, which provides attribute points to all characters, and also the Pythia. Yeah, where you're gonna get modifications to your ancestral grid and more. I wonder what the and more is. Okay, so story, endgame, and difficulties. So the story, during the prologue, you will be able to play as the Knight, Oracle, and Barbarian. The tracker is also featured, but is work in progress and isn't playable outside of the prologue until a future update planned for the summer. Okay, so the fourth class, the tracker, is not going to be available until this summer. Okay. At the start of chapter 1, you begin as a young recruit of the Dragon Hunters at level 1. This is where your journey begins, the prologue and the chapter 1. Okay. Endgame. So for early access launch, you will have access to endgame content. It includes the hunt board, offering unique rewards, and chaos hunts. Yeah, so does that mean that there are going to be like rewards that you can only get from the hunt board? I wonder. Okay. And chaos hunts? These activities features various missions and dungeon purifications. You will learn more about them directly in the game. Dungeon purification involves eliminating a certain number of enemies to access a room where a draconic rift will open, triggering a special battle. Sounds exciting. The hunt board offers a variety of hunts for draconic creatures. Each hunt has settings with different durations, modifiers, difficulty levels, and rewards. Hunts from the hunt board are replayable, but but rewards can only be obtained once. Chaos hunts allows you to create your own hunts using parameters unlocked on the board. Hold up. So this is what I've kind of like been wanting, or like something like this. like you can customize your own hunt. Is that chaos hunts allow you to create your own hunts using parameters unlocked on the board? Really? Well, this feature, the chaos hunt, this feature I'm really, really interested in. Okay. Nice. Hunting board, dungeon purification. Okay. Difficulty, you can adjust the difficulty between 11 settings. We plan to add 5 more later on, so there's going to be like 16 difficulty settings in total. Hard, it unlocks Draconic equipment. Desolation 1 unlocks mythical equipment. Desolation 3 unlocks mythical ingredients. And Calamity 1 unlocks divine items. Okay. Yeah, so this is just like a little taste. Yeah, and then we got the early access roadmap right here. So this is what we're gonna get today at launch: prologue and chapter 1. Prologue and quest content for the first story chapter. We're gonna get the 3 heroes: Knight, Oracle, and Barbarian. 4 wormlings: Fire, Toxic, Ice, Electric. And these are gonna help you fight the enemies during your adventure. The Ancestral Grid, the unique skill system of Dragonkin, endgame content, and the city. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get today. Haha, nice. Oops. So we are just gonna scroll back down here. Our first major update in spring 2025 will bring new active skills for the classes that we're already getting in early access: Knight, Oracle, Barbarian. There's going to be a new endgame activity and more endgame content, more city features, and as much of your feedback taken into account as possible. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's really fun with playing these early access games. It's like you can actually, you can actually be a part of the feedback. But what I'm thinking, like immediately when I'm reading this, like what the first major update actually is gonna bring, I'm thinking that like this game, they're kind of like adapting to the situation, which is like if you're gonna release like an early access game, it's really actually a release of the game, right? So you're gonna want to have as much content as possible in the game, but at the same time have like room to add more of the story as like the early access period or the early access time, is going. So this is kind of like kind of weird to me, at least, because Last Epoch is in this situation, Path of Exile 2 is in this situation, and now Dragonkin is also kind of like gonna be in this situation. So you have Last Epoch. We haven't gotten the whole story yet. So the game has been out for a while, and there hasn't been a lot of like new story. Like the story part we are missing is still kind of missing. Path of Exile 2, same thing. I mean, we only have the first 3 acts, right? And now Dragonkin is going to be in pretty much the same situation here. Like, we're only getting 1 chapter. Supposedly there will be 3, like at the main launch of the game, because this is, this is, after all, like an early access. Okay, so thanks to you. A huge thanks again to everyone who jumped into the demo and gave us feedback. We outlined some issues and worked on fixing these to assure the best possible early access launch. Our community is growing every day, and we love seeing new hunters join our Discord, keep the discussions going, help each other out, and share their feedback. We really hope you will start sharing your thoughts on Dragonkin The Banished. and will continue to be the cool and welcoming community you are. Nice. Well, that's cool. So that's it, my dudes. That's it for this little overview here of like what we are gonna get in early access. This is really interesting. I'm really excited, and I think, what does it say here? Yeah, this game plans to unlock in approximately less than an hour, so we still have like 25 minutes to go here before this is before this game is gonna be ready to launch. Super excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. And I'm just gonna say, this is Mouse and Fairy Tales. I'm deep diving into the world of gaming. I'm a huge ARPG player, so I'm super excited for this. I'm streaming live on Twitch. You can also catch my earlier streams over at my YouTube channel, which is Mouse and Fairy Tales, over at YouTube as well. I mean, you can head over there, give me a subscribe, a comment, a like, and yeah, I mean, come hang out. Let's play some games, and thank you for watching.